Space debris is a growing concern, and it's time to address it head-on. But here's the catch: what goes up doesn't always come back down, and the consequences are out of this world. Millions of pieces of space junk, from defunct satellites to tiny paint chips, are orbiting Earth, posing a threat to our space ventures. And the issue is not just about the clutter, it's about the potential for disaster. The International Space Station has to navigate this cosmic minefield, and sometimes, space junk collides, creating even more debris. While various technologies have been proposed to capture and destroy these rogue objects, a comprehensive, system-wide plan has been missing. But fear not, for researchers at the University of Surrey have a bold idea: let's make space sustainable. The concept is simple: reduce, repair, and recycle. However, this approach is a novel one for the space industry, according to Professor Michael Dodge from the University of North Dakota. With over 25,000 pieces of space junk larger than 4 inches and countless smaller fragments, the problem is astronomical. NASA estimates the total weight of this space trash to be over 10,000 tons. The dangers are real. Just ask the Space Shuttle Challenger, which encountered debris during Sally Ride's historic flight, or the Hubble Space Telescope, a victim of multiple collisions. The Kessler Syndrome looms as a chilling possibility, where one collision could trigger a cascade of crashes, rendering low Earth orbit unusable. The economic impact could be severe, with a potential reduction in global GDP of 1.95%, according to a Space Policy Journal paper. Efforts are underway, like SpaceX's reusable rockets and Astroscale's robotic arm for satellite retrieval. But Jin Xian, one of the Surrey researchers, emphasizes the need for a holistic approach. He suggests that focusing on individual technologies might lead to missed opportunities. Instead, we should consider designing satellites for refueling or atmospheric burnup, making them less likely to become future junk. A sustainable space system would integrate existing technologies like AI collision avoidance with innovative ideas. Repurposing space stations as repair and recycling hubs and encouraging companies to plan for the end of life of objects are all part of the solution. Xian's experience in chemical manufacturing sustainability strategies highlights the potential for the space industry to learn from other sectors. However, challenges abound, especially in the legal and political realms. The Outer Space Treaty, a cornerstone for space governance, presents a unique hurdle. It states that once an object is launched, it remains the property of the launching entity forever. This rule, born out of geopolitical concerns, creates a complex web of ownership. As Dodge points out, technologies designed for recycling could also be used as weapons, making international cooperation tricky. The legalities are further complicated by the requirement to avoid space contamination, which could be interpreted as a mandate for space cleanup. Astroscale's technology tests have had to navigate these legal intricacies. The key to making space recycling a reality may lie in incentivizing countries and companies to take action. So, the question remains, can we clean up our cosmic backyard and make space sustainable? The answer may lie in a combination of innovative thinking, international cooperation, and a willingness to tackle the legal and political hurdles. Are we up for the challenge? The fate of our space endeavors might just depend on it.